It's the Sirian elders. You've also heard them called as the blue light beings and the shining ones. And they're telling me that they're going to be giving out an activation through me because I have the keys. So I'm going to start with light language and then just go right into what comes through. Konyara ishuro nyithara nyatoro nyire shuro nya kioro nye kore nye shite orana ke shataha ke shoi Shashtira no shtara kakaini to nierani tara. Greetings to you of the land of water. We want to provide an activation for each of you. And we want to begin with the water. Place yourself near an ocean and walk in. As you walk into the water, know that you are one with the water. And we ask you to find one of your brothers or sisters of the salt waters, right on the back of a dolphin or a whale or an octopus, a sea turtle, on the back of a seal, on the back of a penguin, whichever animal you decide on that you feel drawn to. Know that as you are on this animal's back, that you are connected, you are merged, you are as one, separate and yet together. And first, we want you to be playful, enjoy company, an exchange of ideas, of beautiful life, of beautiful times, of your connection to the water. And now you're going to take what you may consider a magic journey as you and your animal, we'll call it a guide, are all connected with us, the Sirian elders. And now, if you can imagine a whirlpool pulling you down into the depths of the ocean, spinning faster and faster, and down and down and down to the bottom you go. And at the bottom, there is a cave. And you are to swim through this cave. It starts out more like a tunnel. And as you go through this tunnel, it becomes cavernous. And with the cavern, it seems endless. You realize that this inner earth is connected to the primordial waters. And within the primordial waters, it surrounds you and your animal guide. And what you are sensing is a light exchange between the primordial waters, your animal spirit guide, and yourself. And within this triad is an infinity symbol. And you recognize that you are currently at the bottom of the infinity symbol, and that the top is at the top of the waters from which you began. And at the top of the waters, it connects out into the galactic realms. But here you are at the bottom of the infinity symbol. And you're going to find that there's pyramids in each body of water. And whichever body of water that you have decided that you're in, you're going to go to the pyramid. And you're going to find that there are other sacred animals there as well, with their riders. And you're going to go inside this temple. And upon entry into this temple, you're going to feel a shift in vibration in your physical body, in this 3D body that you're currently on this journey in. You'll begin to feel the floating, a tingling sensation. And you would think that it would be icy cold, but you find yourself being warmed by the healing energy and by the love. Each of you have been given a duplicate key, and you're going to swim to the top of the pyramid from inside. You may find rooms with secret passages to go through, like a stairwell, but you were easily lifted and easily find the top. And at the top, once you arrive there, there is what appears to be a gift box. And you will take your key and insert it into the gift box, into the keyhole that is already there, which your key is now a perfect match for, and turn it. And as the box opens, you're going to see the bright electric blue luminous light come from it and surround you and your spirit animal in a bubble. As if you were now in your own inner earth vehicle. But with it comes the opening to your gifts your gifts of the ascension, these codes of light which now surround you. And you're going to breathe in this bubble. And now I will pause while you breathe. You feel the unity now of the light completely within your physical form. And you and your spirit animal, along with this bubble, which has provided you with this ascension light. Swim through the bubble. Returning back through the halls of the pyramid. Traveling back, descending through your route. And within this temple, you notice now that what you once thought were dark waters is illuminated. And you can see the light language throughout each passage, each room. And you go back to the beginning of the doorway of the temple. And as you exit, you notice that you are feeling lighter. And you are now luminous with the light carried within you. And you swim back, rotating upward now through the whirlpool in the opposite direction. Spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning until you come into the surface of the water. And as you break the surface of the water, you are now once more on the back of your animal. And the unmerging begins. And you are once more two separate bodies. And you walk back in the low tide out of the water. And as you step back onto the beach, you recognize that you are back within your own body. And as you come back to your own body, you can move your fingers and your toes. You can pat yourself, clap your hands, snap your fingers for the awareness that you are here in this 3D body. But now within you, you carry new light codes. You carry new ascension codes that you didn't realize you have access to. These primordial waters that the body is made up of have now been activated. You have shifted. You have shifted. You have shifted into the highest timeline that this earth provides. You have shifted into new awareness. You have shifted into new lightness. And we, the Sirian elders, the ancients of your family, say thank you for coming on this journey with us. for having open hearts, expanded hearts and awareness to the possibilities of all that is within you, of all that you will move forward with in your creation on this awakened path. As you are now once more conjoined with the electric light. And in this more awakened state, back in your consciousness, connect in with your awareness to the cells within your body, to the water within your body. Acknowledge it and be one with it. And we thank you. We thank you for your willingness to step forward as the way showers. We are open to questions. I am open for questions. If you have any, let it be known.
Welcome. Can you state your name for me?
Luatha. I am Luatha.
And you're the speaker of the Shining Ones, or the
I am one with the Sirian elders.
Syrian
And
elders.
yes, we are known as the Shining Ones.
Beautiful. Could you provide some insights as to I guess the physical or emotional shifts that a lot of us have been experiencing since the full moon on Monday? And also upon the planet, if there's things that we can expect as far as things getting shaken up, both in our personal lives as well as collectively.
They will continue to be shaken up as you describe it. There will continue to be chaos within the lands, within the water, within the people. And as these lower vibrations are being shifted and lifted, it must be so. There will be fires, there will be storms. It is, as you would say, the birth of the child. The energy does not leave, but it shifts. And the activation that we provided for each of you and those that watch are key candidates for lifting and shifting these lower frequencies to higher frequencies, for balancing the magnetism of this planet within the toroidal fields of its people in the work that you will be doing. Many of you, although experiencing these shifts, will notice that they are not as effective on you now as you have been connected in with your ascension light. This also means that as these new codes are provided by the sun, that it will be easier for each of you to assimilate and integrate them into your physical being. The aches and pains and tiredness that many of you are experiencing will be reduced. The feeling of emotional chaos, though it may surround you, will feel reduced. You will not feel the impact as you may have previously, because you will have a new sense of awareness of the bigger picture, shall we say.
Greetings. So,
Greeting.
my question is, the other day I had this dream where I was taken into the ocean by a bunch of mermaids and dolphins, and I went to this library underwater with this giant crystal lighting up in front of me. I was curious if you could give me some information where I traveled to.
You went to one of the libraries of the Akashic Records. Many think that it's only in one location, but there are many, shall we say, substations. You went in the form and format that was easiest for you to access for your remembrance. You are studying in preparation for the upcoming journey. To remember what you came here to do. To remember your connection to the water, the crystals, and the primordial waters, which is where the knowledge is held.
All right, thank you.
Yes, you discovered what you needed to know. It is within you.
I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what the Shiva Lingam exactly is and how it came to be.
The Shiva Lingam is representative of Source. The Source is one being, the male and the female embodied in one. And as the human body is divided into the male and the female, it is still one body. And this is why it is written in some texts that in the joining of the male and the female, the two shall become one.
So what was its origins in our ancient past? How was it brought to earth? How was it created?
It was simply created by someone's imagination to begin with, as they were recognizing that source is male and female combined in one body. And they creatively made the symbol.
And how did Shiva get associated with it?
because of his godlike status.
I see. Thank you for that information.
Yes, as
Do
you
you,
know, there is creator, prime creator, and then there are the gods and goddesses who are also creator beings who represent unique individualities of the one source. And Shiva would have recognized the male female aspect, and in the teachings that he provided, it was within the creativities of those who learned of the teachings, whereas the symbol was developed.
I see. Do you have any messages for me on my path forward?
You are way sure. You are always seeking your path as you intended. And you recall that you have contracted to forget in order to discover, as have you all, masters of the universe. You have a knowing and an understanding of what's next. And oftentimes, something will come into your awareness that you will feel drawn to. And that's because you have left messages of connection for self. Your journey is a lovely one to travel. And we say, enjoy it with your eyes shining brightly.
I wanted to ask, I had the channeling class yesterday and I was visited by mermaids. I want to know what kind of energy they gave me during the class.
They gave you mermaid energy of the sisterhood, as you also are a mermaid.
Can you elaborate?
You have lived within the waters of Lemuria with the mer people, within the cities.
And what can I do with the energy in this lifetime?
It is a healing energy, a love energy, a friendship energy, community energy. It is part of the new Aquarian age energy that is being talked about as the golden era.
And are these mermaids right now living in Mintaka?
In spirit, not physically.
So where are they living now?
They prefer to stay within the waters of Lemuria.
Okay.
This was your connection to Mount Shasta. Because the Lemurian energy is still strong there within the Telosians, within the mountain, within the waters.
So my next question was about Mount Shasta. I was asked to go to Mount Shasta last year to join a a gathering, but I'm still wondering what happened during that gathering.
What do you believe happened at that gathering?
I'm not sure. I was asked by the theologians to receive energy from them, to sit somewhere and receive energy. But I wonder what else happened. Like, why did I have to be in that gathering?
To be closer to the Telosians energy in Mount Shasta, which still carries the energy of Lemuria with actual physicalness, although in a different dimension. And so it should come as no surprise to you that it appeared within your channeling.
Okay. And am I supposed to revisit Mount Shasta this year?
You are all being recalled to Mount Shasta. Whether you make it this year or next is entirely up to you. But it is always a benefit for you. Because you will always receive love and support, because the 3D journey is a difficult one. And so you will feel those higher frequency energies being closer, similarly to your experience that you have while you're on your technology calls. You still feel the love, but isn't it so much more lovely when you are able to embrace the physical being in person? It is like that.
Okay, I see. Do you have any messages for me? Anything I should know?
Yes, you are assimilating new energies, and each of you will be assimilating these new energies, but it should not take long to do. With these new gifts of light that have been encoded within you now, you will find an easier go of it.
And in 2019, I went to a spiritual awakening. And since I remember, I had a guide with me. And then during that time, this guide said goodbye. Can you tell me more about this guide? Was this guide a an alien, an angel? Who was this guide?
You would consider this guide an ancestor.
Okay. Anything else?
And when he said goodbye, he was just acknowledging that he was leaving, because your guides will come and go based on what you were needing at the time. Sometimes you will hit that next level of the game and you require a new guide.
So after that, I required another guide. But I found out last year that this guide is my higher self. So how do I have to understand a guide leaving, another one coming, and this one being my higher self? The one that left wasn't my higher self?
No,
Okay.
we would say a placeholder. Because you have to remember that many of the beings that are in this game in the physical body are in many other games simultaneously.
Yes. The multidimensionality of the beings.
And sometimes we will liken it to your understanding of playing a video game.
Mhm.
And we will use from this one's memory the game of Wii. And you say, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. Here, take my spot a minute. I'll be right back. It would be similar. It would be similar.
Yes. Now, this higher self of mine is trying to attach to my chakras, but it's taking like months. Do you have an idea how much longer this will take?
With these new codes, you'll find it is faster. Simply ask your higher self to merge with you, similar to when you were working with your spirit animal. And as you were merging, just imagine that they step into you and that your chakras spin. And as your chakras spin, that you are connected into one body, into one consciousness.
Okay. And my last question, when I went to the spiritual awakening, one of the things that I remembered was that I lived in Sirius some time ago, before I came to Earth, I guess. But that's the only thing I know. Do you know, can you tell me anything about my Syrian life? How I look like, what I did?
It is associated with water.
Mm.
And it is for your discovery. We don't want to take away your awakening knowledge.
Okay, the surprise. I
Yes.
see. Thank you very much for all the answers.
You are welcome.
Bye.
And bye for now, we say.
Radha has another question. Go ahead, Radha.
Yes. So my partner Ram would like to know if you have any guidance or messages for him along his spiritual path.
Stay open to new experiences, to continue connecting, to trust you as guide on the journey, as he is a younger soul, shall we say, than you are, masters of the universe. To trust when he feels the synchronicity, and to let go of fear and doubt would be to his benefit. Stepping away from the old grid, finding those limiting beliefs, and knowing that he himself is a master, that he has the ability to overcome.
As I'm taking channeling classes, but I I have difficulty to get translation from my light language, spoken light language. And also, do you have any guidance for me to help me with my channeling? Because sometimes I hear like words. I have difficulty to translate um the 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 energies. Do you have any guidance for that?
Continue to trust yourself. And similar to when you were a child writing your ABCs, you did not always get the letters perfect. You did not remember all of the letters in the alphabet. It is a learning experience, one that you are going to be successful at. We know that many of you are anxious to reach your mastery of each challenge that you have wanted to try on. And as you are learning channeling, trusting and knowing that you already have this ability, and if it makes your road easier, connect into one of the lifetimes in which you did channel easily, and know that you are one and the same, and this will move you further along your path a little bit quicker, but not by much. But not to worry. It will come quickly.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
My cousin Holly asked me to ask a question. Uh, she's been noticing that her son, Liam, uh, has been having these very vivid dreams here lately. And I keep on telling her that he's just kind of going through his own spiritual awakening. And I was kind of curious if you have any guidance for her at this time.
Is he experiencing fear in these dreams?
Yes.
He is trying to work out past life trauma through astral travel. And if he lets himself know that it seems so easy to say there is nothing to be afraid of, that he can imagine before he goes to slumber that he has put on his superhero cape, and that whilst he is in his dream travels, that he is a superhero, invincible, and that when the ugly monster shows up, that he has the superpower to shrink it down into a child-sized toy. And if it is a fearful activity, that he can simply leap into the air and place himself into what he considers a joyous place. This one has had to go through this, so she knows from experience. It is in the facing of the fear, which is easier said for an adult, but there is that childlike aspect within each of you that still goes into there might be a monster under my bed or in my closet. How old is this child?
Well, he's actually 20 years old.
Yes, still. So he will have a bigger grasp of understanding. But if he sets these intentions, additionally, imagining that not only his physical body, but the astral body is encompassed within white light during travels, that any lower frequency energies that may be trying to take advantage, shall we say, of his ability to astral travel with awareness, that he has the power to, in his superhero self, be able to overcome these matrices as he is releasing himself from the entanglement of the lower frequencies.
All right, thank you.
White light and the violet flame are always beneficial. And think of it as a roaring fire. When you think about the fire as so hot that it is white hot, and to do not fear his sleep, starting the evening with a quick prayer to his angels and or source, thanking for a good night's rest and being in gratitude for the day and being in gratitude for the moon shadow. that the fear is wanting to be acknowledged within his being. And sometimes we say, get rid of it, get rid of it. We being the human collective, versus saying, I am a part of that and I accept it.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You are most welcome.
Um, I wanted to know, I know that me and Susan are from the same soul family. Me and Wendy. Is Susan also in our soul family?
Yes, you are all part of the Blu-ray.
Interesting. I thought so. Thank you. That's all.
You are welcome. And we will leave you today with a blessing of light language.
Thank you.
Konya shonya honya taranaka kyorona shu kyaranyara shitara chikyoro no ye Kyaranyatahayashwaranyitya Kyashtaranyituru Kyaranyasho. May the peace of the galaxy be in your hearts. May your lights shine bright like the stars in the portals of the beings that you are as multidimensional travelers in and throughout time and space. And we close our connection. We thank you for your many questions, and we thank you for being in the physical form and sharing your journey, not just with us, but with many. We will continue to watch over you and guide you. Blessings of love, blessings of light, and blessings of the Blu-ray.